All right, guys, welcome back. Now, seems there's a lot of controversy over Polaris, the North Star, which you can only see in the northern hemisphere. And somebody asked me to film Polaris so I could prove that it's not stationary like the flat Earth community tries to say it is, which it's not at all. So I filmed it for 5 hours, and you can see this is a star trail from Polaris. It's a lot bigger star than all these other stars. You can also see a plane coming through. And you can see true north is actually pretty far away from Polaris. Now we look through my polar scope. Here's true north right here, and I have to align Polaris up so many degrees off. I mean, it's pretty far. Like here would be true north, and depending on the time of the year where the Big Dipper is. And then as I rotate my scope, this Polaris should stay right around here compared to center. And here is the time lapse of all photos I took. And I'll show you that these things are all time stamped and everything. So these are all 5 shots. You get tons of meteors, airplanes, satellites, and all kinds of stuff going through here. But I shot 5-minute shots with 400 millimeter telescope for about 5 hours. You can see north is actually true north, like right in here, somewhere in there. But we'll let this loop through. And you can always download this video and slow it down even more and zoom in on it, and then you can see all the different things flying through. So I'm just going to let that run through for the 5 hours, which ain't going to take 5 hours. It's going to take like a minute to get through it. And then I'll show you the timestamps of the photos. When somebody tries to tell me that the North Pole never moves, they're completely wrong. I've never took a telescope and zoomed in on Polaris or done any kind of research. I just listen to the other people lie and take their lies for truth. Whereas I actually go in and do the footwork and do the research for you. And then I'm going to show you exactly what we come up with. Now, hopefully today I'll get the 16-day forecast, and I am having all kinds of PC problems. I got my main computer keeps shutting down, blue screen out. It's got plenty of memory. I tried to update it, so I'm going to see if the updates will fix it. They probably were intentionally messing with it, so I had to update it. This is my back laptop, which is barely working. That's why it's going so slow. I mean, this should be a full speed running video, and it's running real slow. And then my backup laptop is still at the shop. It's supposed to be 5 to 7 days to fix it. It's been there 2 months now. I call him every single week. He's telling me, I'm waiting on the part. Should be in Monday. Here goes a plane down the bottom left, and then a satellite shooting across, and then another plane. If you look real close, there's tons of meteors and stuff to blow off. And then there's one picture that I have no clue what it even is, which I'll show you here in a second. Another satellite coming through. Two more satellites come through. The planes always have 3 lights, and then they cover the full screen up there at the top, right where my stuff was. You can see it start getting lighter, and then that's the last of that shot. See if I can change scenes here. See, this is forever too loaded. Here, let me get to the main here. And yep, a full picture. Here's a picture of what I don't know will come flying through this single shot. You can see that it goes through it like it's in here 3 times. It starts out here. You can see my mouse. So it comes through here, and then here, and then here. So in 5 minutes, it's at the beginning of the photo, then it cloaks out, and then it's back in the photo, then cloaks out, and it's back in the photo. I have no clue what in the world that is. That's a strange one. And then we bring up the program here if it'll work. Here's a shot of that plane shooting through. You can see the red running lights on it every so often. I can turn the contrast up, make things a little brighter if it'll work. Everything's running so slow. Like, look, I did that and it still hasn't changed the contrast. It should be instant. This is the kind of problem that I'm having with all my computers. Finally, it pops in. So you can see I started filming at 12:02 on April 1st. And then I filmed 5:44 a.m. on 4/1. Man, this thing is just running like dog crap. Look, it even loaded. Getting a spinning wheel of death. Every computer I got is like this. I don't know what the problem is. Who knows if it's even recording this? It's not responding now. So there it is, finally responding. This gives you all the information. Live frames. The resolution, the size of it is 5,202 pixels by 3,465 in RAW format. The ISO of 1600 and 5-minute exposures. Well, the last one was 4-minute exposure. Most are 5 minutes. It's one after another. Every 5 minutes, it took another 5-minute photo. And then I just stack them so that, let's see here. Whoa, let's see if this helps make it run a little better. I don't know why I'm having so much problems with this stuff. Well, anyway, you get the picture. Oh man, what's going on? Okay, hopefully it's still working. So anyway, I filmed this thing forever, for 5 hours straight. Picked up all kinds of stuff. It clearly shows that the North Star is not stationary. The Earth's not stationary. True north is actually away from Polaris. So one of the big lies is that Polaris is stationary. Here's another picture that I'm working on of the next night. I only got 2 nights to film because it's been so cloudy. Now these, I think, is called the Eyes Galaxy or something. There's just, man, there's like so many galaxies right here. It's insane. I'd have to go back and really see what the actual name of this is. But these are all galaxies. Just in this one area right here, you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So just 14 galaxies just in that zoom in once. But in the whole picture, man, there's like tons of galaxies throughout this whole picture. You could upload this over on Patreon or something, and you download it and just look how many galaxies are just in this one picture. I mean, they're everywhere. There's a couple that are. Where did I see that? Let me send it back around the photo, back how I come out of the camera. Yeah, this one up here is pretty freaky. These things look like they're getting ready to collide together. I just got out of the doctor's office, so I'm kind of out of it right now. Plus, this thing not working is really making it tough. So it looks like these two galaxies right here are getting ready to collide, man. Look really close together. More galaxies. A couple more close together galaxies. I mean, you just got galaxies everywhere. Just in this one photo. I mean, look at all these things. Thin galaxies, wide galaxies. You don't need the Hubble telescope. You just need a cheap telescope and a DSLR camera, and you can enjoy the skies too. Let me get back to the broadcaster if I can. And hopefully this thing is running okay. I guess I'll find out here in a minute. So anyway, here you go. Polaris. And nobody from the southern hemisphere south can see this. So if anybody tells you the Polaris don't move, they're just plain liars. They haven't done any research and they don't know what they're talking about. Anyway, next time I might go over something like this, will be water and level. Anyway, guys, all right, my love. Hopefully see you on the 16-day later. Much love.